This movie was making the rounds late last year at film festivals, and one of the big reviewers, I can't remember which one, but one of the big ones, they basically said, "Look, this movie's awesome, and they can't wait for everyone to see it." Well, I saw it today, so let's talk about Companion. Written and directed by Drew Hancock, Companion tells the story of a weekend getaway that turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built for human companionship goes haywire. The movie stars Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid, Harvey Guillén, and Rupert Friend. Small movies like this really excite me because I want to see a great movie. And like last year, there was a movie Strange Darling. If you haven't seen that, please seek that movie out because apparently they had problems with distribution, with promotion, and all that kind of stuff. Strange Darling is an amazing movie, and it deserves a lot more attention than what it got. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Strange Darling. We're here to talk about Companion, and this definitely fits the mold of everything that I'm really excited about. The acting across the board is well done, but it really kind of focuses in on the two characters. That's Sophie Thatcher as Iris, and I've never seen Sophie Thatcher before, but I was really impressed with her work here. She goes through the gamut of emotions here, and it was really, really fun to watch. And then we have Jack Quaid, who, of course, if you're a fan of The Boys, you know who Jack Quaid is, but he's also got a movie coming up in March that I'm really excited about called Novocaine. I really want to see that too. But the both of them together, it's really fun to watch the way that they interact with each other and the way that those interactions change over the course of the movie. Really fun stuff. I'd say on the technical side, I think everything is fine. Nothing super blew me away. Like I thought the effects were good. I thought the way that the cinematography was good, locations were good. Everything technically was fine. But it's really all about that story. The story. I'll just say that setup is fantastic. There's a problem here though, and that is I feel like this is one of those movies where I think if you saw the trailer and you thought, "Yeah, that looks good," I think you should just stop this review and go watch it because I think it'd be a really fun time with friends and even like for a date movie. Does anyone actually date anymore? I'm not sure. Plus, it's not a huge ask of time. I mean, it's only about 90 minutes. So, I mean, it can really fit into, I would say, any schedule. But this is kind of one of those movies where I feel like anything I say can really taint the experience. And it it sort of makes movie reviews hard to do because I don't want to taint that movie experience for anybody. Like I've said this for a long time and it's kind of one of those things that's like, well, yeah, but you can only see a movie for the first time once. So I feel like you should see it in the best possible way that you can, whether that's that, huge theater, with family, friends, dates, whoever you want to go see the movie with. You can only experience that one time. And that one time can affect every single time that you watch the movie afterward. So I don't want to mess that up for anybody. Even though anything I have to say after this is not really spoilery, I just say, look, if this sounds interesting to you, just turn the review off and just go. And then come back because I really want to hear what people think about it. You still here? Okay, here we go. I think the trailer actually did the movie a bit of a disservice because look, the job of a trailer is to get butts in seats. I mean, it makes you want to see it. The problem is this movie is the way that it plays out, it assumes that you don't know that she's an android because it takes a long time for the actual plot to get going. It made me impatient. I was sitting there going, okay, I get all this. It's set up, but come on, let's move it along here. That being said, there were some surprises that I did not see coming. I don't know why. It's one of those things where like when I'm watching a movie, I'm thinking about how things are made and stuff like that, but I'm not really trying to get ahead of the story, right? And I'm sure that there's probably going to be people that immediately are like, that's going to happen. And you kind of spoil yourself in a way, getting ahead of the story, but not for me. There were, like I said, some surprises that I was like, oh, I didn't, okay, wow, okay. I don't know who said it, but someone said about movies, it's like you get one big ask, and I don't know if that's specifically about sci-fi or something like that, but it's more about like you got that one big ask, that one thing that you have to basically convince the audience to kind of to kind of get over this part, right? For you to enjoy the rest of the movie. This one has a couple of them. And the problem is they compound each other. Basically what I'm saying is that there are characters that make unwise decisions based on information that they've already received. Now, it's hard for me to call myself like a writer. I mean, I've finished one script, multiple revisions, and I'm working on another one. But one of the most fun things that I've done is you have a character and you put them in a situation and you have to figure out how that character will get out of this problem, right? Or solve this problem. And I think that's really fine. That's what you should do. You know, you're creating conflict. The problem is, I don't think that the answers to this problem should come at the expense of other characters. In other words, it shouldn't just be, well, we're just going to make them not think about that. That's a problem. And it was one of the things where I'm like, man, I really like this movie. But man, why did they do that? So if I had to give this movie a score, which I don't typically do that, I don't like the yay or nay or a definite score. I would say that it's still like a 3 out of 4 stars or say a 7 out of 10, right? I enjoyed myself watching this movie. There are things that keep it from being like, okay, you just have to see this. You know what I mean? It's good, but it's not great. And it's, I'll definitely say that it's, think about it. The last 2 reviews I've done, I did one for Flight Risk and I did one for Wolfman. Both of those were like, there was nothing like seriously wrong with them, but they were kind of like, it's hard for me to say, yeah, to go see this. This one, I feel like this one's a fun time and I feel like it deserves a lot of attention because I think it's really well done. I just wish that some different decisions were made as far as how the plot furthers itself. That's all I'll say. So, Companion, have you seen it? Please tell me. Please tell me what you think about it. Am I wrong here in what I'm saying? And maybe it's too cryptic. I don't know. I'm trying to keep it really spoiler free because I want to preserve that experience as much as possible. But I would love to hear if you thought that this movie was awesome, was not great. Like talk to me. I want to hear it. I want to hear all the things. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.